On today's video, we're going to travel almost 5 hours south and go look at a new project. I know I still have a bunch of projects I have to finish. I still need to sell the van. I still need to get back to the Barra. The Skyline is literally in here to get painted, and I haven't even started sanding yet. I still have a couple things left to do on the Mustang and whatever. But let me explain. A couple years ago, I bought a Datsun 620. I always thought that they looked really cool, but that truck wound up getting hit and it had some rust issues, and I just didn't have the time and the money for that thing. Wound up selling it to a couple people who said they were going to ship it to the Dominican Republic and it was going to be a race truck. And honestly, I really regretted getting rid of it. I've been looking pretty steady at different 620s. I almost flew to Washington State last year to buy one. It seems like every good 620 is on the West Coast or in Colorado, and it's really risky to try to go out there and buy something. Plus, gas prices are crazy. To find one of these trucks on the East Coast is possible, but it's a little rare. Every time I find one, it's either just too far gone or just too high priced, or it gets sold instantly. So about a week ago, I saw one on a Facebook group, and I think it might be a winner. I'm in the Baltimore, Maryland area, and this truck is pretty far south in Virginia. It's in Farmville, Virginia. It's risky to try to go look at something that far away because gas is expensive, and I don't own a tow rig right now. My van is still broken, and I don't own a car trailer. So for this mission, we're gonna rent a U-Haul pickup truck and a U-Haul car trailer. According to the estimate, it's gonna be a little over $300 for the truck rental, and then I think it's $55 for the car trailer. With that and gas, we're probably looking at about $500 spent to get this truck back to my house. But I really think I should take a chance on it. I just have a feeling about this one. The main reason I'm doing this is because I just really missed that original 620 and I want another one. The 620 is probably my favorite truck. I feel like they're underrated. They're just really photogenic. They look great on video and they're fun to drive around in. They're small, but it's not as small as a K truck, and they're way cooler than like a Ranger. I just really like the 620. Another smaller reason for this is that the original 620 did really well on this YouTube channel. Out of all the vehicles that I own and all the videos that I've made, as far as my top 10 lifetime views for the channel, the only standalone review that is in that top 10 that isn't wheel stands or underglow or something is the original review that I did of the 620, which is kind of strange. The Skyline's really awesome. My 2011 Mustang is really epic, but a Datsun 620 is what the people want, apparently. It doesn't have a million views or anything, but it's high for this channel. I don't expect for this thing to go viral or anything, but it'll be a nice little project car to add to our garage full of stuff. The current owner of the truck seems to be a little bit older, so it's hard to get information, so that's the other reason that we're just kind of going semi-blind on this. The photos were taken by like an older Android phone or something, so we're just going to take a chance, go down there, see if it's worth it. It's a little bit more than what I wanted to spend. I did take a loan out to get this vehicle also, but I just have a feeling. So let's go on an adventure. Benjamin Franklin looks really disappointed in me for making another bad financial decision. Here, go with your family. 9:38, it's gonna be a long day. I probably won't get home until like 9:38, but the other one. This started, so I guess that's a good sign. Now let's go to U-Haul and pick up a truck and trailer, and hopefully that goes all right. You were supposed to be my tow rig, you asshole. Sketchiest looking U-Haul place I've ever seen. Hi, Bobo. Now we're in a Chevy. Sounds like it's got the V8. Smells like cigarettes in here, but there's a trailer back there. And I gotta remember, because I always get weirded out by, I don't know, like traveling with a trailer. This will be all right. All right, thank you, U-Haul. Even though it was kind of a sketchy looking location, they were very friendly. Very nice and awesome and friendly. We're at 901 Pulaski. Shout out, U-Haul. Thank you.
A few minutes later.
What a beautiful day to drive for 8 hours with a trailer. What a bad idea. I think I have like something wrong with me mentally, just a little bit. Saturday, why is there traffic? Go, everybody, go. Traffic coming back is going to be bad. It's really going to suck. Hopefully that clears up by the time I start heading back north. According to the GPS, I'm running a little late, but I don't know. I haven't heard back from the guy, which is a little concerning. I sent him my ETA, and I don't know, usually somebody will say 10-4 or okay, but he hadn't said anything, so. I mean, he didn't say that he's not meeting me, but I'm just a little concerned being I'm going 4 hours and I spent all this money to get this truck. Hopefully it's all good. I'm sure it is, I'm sure. Toyta's a Toiger. go bowling instead of dealing with this stupid traffic. Heading to Farmville. That's where all the people on Facebook used to have their farms. Getting really close. It says we're like 5 minutes away. We're supposed to meet this guy in a Lowe's parking lot. I don't know if I'm just meeting him at Lowe's, then we're going to his shop, or if he's just bringing the truck. Hope he's got the vehicle with him, because I really don't feel like going to somebody's sketchy shop. Said his shop's like 10 minutes away. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, if I get murdered, my last known location was Lowe's in Farmville, in case anybody finds this. Very American town here. I see it. I see it. There it is. Very excited. Very excited about this one. Alright, let's go get stuck in traffic on the way home. You can tell on camera, but man, that van's bent. It's like drifting down the highway. Look at it drifting. Look at it drifting down the road. Orange JDM gang. Best part about a backup camera, you can see the new truck. So here's the new truck, my new to me 1973 Datsun 620. Within the next week or two, I'm going to do a full review of this truck. This is just like a quick walkthrough, just because I'm so excited about this thing. I wanted to have something out on the YouTube channel. I'm going to show you some of the things I really like and some of the things that I don't like, and yeah. I kind of want to go all out when I do a full review, so please subscribe and stay tuned for that, if you are not subscribed already. But the most obvious thing that's a little weird is this hood. Amanda's dad said it might be off of like a 70s Corvette. I guess the original hood was a little rough. My old 620 had kind of a rough hood too. I guess the bracing kind of like gets unwelded and stuff. I guess the guy like patched it up. It's starting to get water in it. It's pretty ugly, but I hate to admit that it's actually starting to grow on me a little bit. So we're just going to leave the hood as it is for now. Plus, it's almost impossible to find a hood for these things. We'll cross that bridge some other time. Another issue is that this is not the original grille for a 73. This is a later model grille. It's missing the trim for the hood also. That lower piece looks in pretty decent shape. Bumper's okay. The side markers are not in the truck right now. It did come with a box full of parts, and I think the side markers were in there, but he just never put them in because I guess he didn't like them. If I was ever to paint this, I guess I would just try to shave these, but I really don't have the time to do that kind of stuff right now. I do not plan on painting this at all for the next year or so. I'm not really a big fan of orange vehicles in general, but I don't mind it too much on this. I was really hoping to get another blue one or maybe a yellow one. I really like the yellow that was on these trucks, but this orange seems to be really common. I almost think the orange is like the most common color for a 620. It does have some pretty brand new weld racing wheels. Not really my style. I really want it more of like a JDM truck style kind of thing with like maybe some TEs at some point or some Watanabes. The other thing is that this is 5-lug swapped. It's apparently 5x4.5 on the bolt pattern, so like the Mustang and everything. So like if I wanted to, I could put the TEs on here, but this is manual steering, and I really feel like those wheels would wind up hitting and they won't work. But these wheels are pretty brand new, and the tires also. The tires are very fresh. In the front are just some all-season 205s. In the rear, he put kind of a meaty tire. He also has like traction bars on here, but the rear looks a little bit bigger than the one that was in my 620 also. According to the tag, this truck should make 92 horsepower. I don't know why you would put like a drag pack on this, but whatever. These tires are 275 Hankook Ventus, which isn't really a sticky tire, I don't think, so it's not like a drag radial. I'm not sure why you would need that on a 620, but whatever, it's cool, I guess. The paint's really rough. I feel like the orange has been redone a couple times. It's kind of ratty looking. The seams are a lot less rusty than what mine were on my 77. It does have the truck hooks, which was also a necessity. I did not want a smooth bedded truck. A lot of people shave these off and make the truck look a lot cleaner, but I really don't like that look. So no matter what, I had to have hooks. just because. Also has this really nice bed cover. It's really solid. So the bed cover does catch a little bit of rain from what I've seen, but whatever. There's also a dent right here, which seems to be really common on 620s. The blue 620 had a really big dent here. You can see some of the orange overspray on the taillights and on the little bumperette. The tailgate doesn't have any coloring on the Datsun logo, so we might get some like white stickers or try to paint this. I don't know yet. A little bit of rust where this side marker was. No big deal though. You can definitely see that there was some rust that was sprayed over. And this might be like a BB hole by the gas tank. I don't know what that is. Because this is an early 620, it does have the vents on the back of the cab. I don't think these were the original mirrors. I thought these came with a different style. I can't remember. It's also missing the antenna, which kind of sucks, but it actually does have a radio in it. Emblems are also missing, so I got to find some emblems. As for the interior, the seat I don't think is an original seat. I have no idea, but it is missing seat belts. There's no seat belts on this thing right now, which is a little death trappy. It's also an automatic, which I wasn't a fan of. I'm not really big on automatics, obviously, because I have drift cars and stuff, but maybe we can swap it at some point. It wasn't necessarily a deal breaker. It's a little much to have a B&M shifter in this little truck, but whatever. We'll look into that in the next video too. I do like these mini truck and floor mats. They look pretty period correct. It looks like the lower rockers were replaced at some point. There's a little bit of welding there. This piece of trim looks kind of original. Like some patchwork here and there. No big deal. But one thing that was almost a deal breaker, and I think I could have lowballed a little bit on, was this dash. The guy Jimmy who owned this and built this truck was super nice, but he was really hard of hearing, so it was really hard to negotiate with him. Plus, I don't like lowballing people when they're really nice. But this dash, I guess, is an original 620 dash that's been patched up. No dash pad. You can see that there's like seam sealer and some welding and stuff, and he's got this big tack, which is kind of cool, but I don't know why you would need that with an auto. Like I said, we'll look into that on the next video. Most of the lights did work. I guess the original turn signal was probably messed up, so you replaced it with this unit, but that does work, which is nice. That's a big thing to fail on early Datsuns. It does have this Joe's Racing Products thing, the steering wheel. It's a little hard. Some people like metal steering wheels. I know Chelsea Denofa likes them. A lot of switches. That's a little much too. The stereo does turn on, but it didn't seem like it was working. I need to look into that a little bit more. Glove box has been patched over, which also sucks because I like being able to put stuff in my glove box, like gloves. Original tags on the side. You can see that there's a little bit of paint on those. Build date is June of 1973. So next year, this will be a 50-year-old truck, which is pretty insane to think about. There's the box full of stuff, some windshield wipers, side markers, I think one emblem. I only saw one in there, so. But we'll go through this on the next video. Like I said, the dude Jimmy that had this truck was really cool. Nice dude. And when I was getting gas leaving the town that he was in, somebody like walked up to me and said, "Hey, you got a really nice truck. It's Jimmy's truck." And I guess Jimmy had built a car for them. So I guess this dude makes some pretty cool projects. So thanks, Jimmy, if you ever see this video, or anybody who's related to Jimmy. But like I said, next video, we'll talk more. This truck was a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but I'm really happy with it, and I'm glad that I have it. When I woke up today after towing it, I was still in disbelief that this was in the parking lot behind my house. It definitely needs a little bit of love, but definitely cool. So stay tuned for the next video and some other videos on this, and I'll have a bunch of pictures on Instagram at some point. But for now, have a great day, and thank you for watching, and I will see you guys soon. I should at least start this thing up, I guess, huh? Forgot to mention it has an LS in it.